Okay, in a moment on the next slide, you're going to practice reading Shakespeare and reading the sentences according to the punctuation. A quick reminder, you're going to pause at the commas, stop at the periods, the colons, the semicolons, the dashes, and the question marks. So I'm going to let you choose. I'm going to read through and try to show you what that might sound like. Notice right here there's no punctuation after sigh. So I'm going to keep reading until I get to this big colon and take a big stop. The same thing with this dash, short pause here, comma, and I'm going to long pause here at my period. So it might sound like this. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Okay? You might choose from Romeo and Juliet. Look at your punctuation marks before you read. I see an exclamation mark there. I see a question mark there, a period here. Short pause for my comma, long pause for period. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Again, if I read according to punctuation, it will make it a little easier to understand. Here's a third one that you can practice. If you look, there's no punctuation after that first line, so I'm going to keep reading from window to watching till I get to that period. Same thing from solemnly, a short pause here at the comma. The garage goes straight into this sentence, short pause here, long pause at the end. So this one might sound like this. But now I am mostly at the window, watching the late afternoon light. Back then, it never fell so solemnly against the side of my treehouse, and my bicycle never leaned against the garage as it does today. All the dark blue speed drained out of it. And then the famous to be or not to be. Again, look at your punctuation marks so you'll know what you need to pause for. Big question mark here, take a big pause. Big dash here, big pause. Notice here there's no punctuation, so you're going to continue reading from suffer to the, short pause here, question mark at the end. So this one might sound like this. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them? You're going to choose one of these four to practice reading just to see if you could read from punctuation mark to punctuation mark. I don't care which one you do, just do it one time. Good luck.